Protecting women and children is mandatory, guys. You always have to protect women and children. So in this country, when I see things like our women on the streets on drugs, it makes me sad because I was a drug addict for 20 years and I know how the drug road goes, guys. And whenever you're addicted to something such as opiates, the thing is you feel like you're going to die if you don't have that drug. You're at the point to where you will almost do anything to stop that feeling. You don't actually die from withdrawals, but you actually feel like you want to die from withdrawals. I have been in my bed covered in sweat to where it's like I'm laying in a puddle, shaking, literally like crying, everything. I mean it. It's horrible. Your bones feel like they're aching. Your body is hot and cold at the same time. Your stomach hurts, you're throwing up, you're just, it's horrible. No one that has ever not been dope sick, if you've never been dope sick, you don't ever want to experience that, trust me. And believe me, you will want to do almost anything to get out of that. So when I see a woman on the streets, especially if she's beautiful, and most of them are, actually, I think every single woman is beautiful. That's just me. But anyways, you see her on the streets, it's so easy to take advantage of her. Or children under 18 in that world. It makes me so sad, guys. Like, there are drug dealers out there that will take, I mean, you think it's bad to sell drugs. Yeah, it's all right. That's bad, whatever. But what I think the worst part is when they're manipulating women to either sleep with them or sleep with other people or sell themselves for that drug. To me, that's just, whew, makes me so sad when I see stuff like that. What do you guys think about that? I mean, that's just absolutely sad. It's horrible. We have to protect our women and children. You know, in this nation in America, there's been a lot of changes. We're going through a lot of things here and there, but the bottom line is, regardless of our beliefs and everything, we can never get to a point where we're not protecting our women and children. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is things like selling women or children and selling their bodies. That is something that absolutely no way can ever be accepted in this country. That is, to for a man, for me to know. Imagine, okay, when you go to fight a war, this is something I want you guys to think about. If you were to go fight a war, your morale has to be up. Your men have to be like, yeah, they're fighting for something and their morale's up, meaning they got passion and desire to fight for whatever they're fighting for. If they don't have that and they're just kind of fighting, but they don't really want to be, that army or that military will be a lot easier to defeat. But if they got passion, they're fighting for their family, they're fighting for their woman. See, if we were to go fight a war and all of our women are being sold back there and we know that all this horrible stuff's happening to our children and things like that, our morale is going to be way down. But if we know our women are getting married, they don't necessarily be getting married, but they're at least being respected and treated well by other men. You know, it's crazy, guys. Like, I don't know. I feel like that should always be your number one priority as a military or as a country or as a man, in to protect your neighborhood, your society, your women and children should always come first. And the reason I'm saying that, because as a man, you're a lot stronger, you're a lot faster, and in a battle, if you're going to go fight a battle, obviously, you're going to have the men fighting first because they're going to be the strongest. Imagine a military full of children or women, like, and fighting up against a bunch of grown men. That wouldn't even be cool. I don't even think they've ever done that before, except for in times when maybe they were fighting a battle and all the men were killed, and then the women and children just started picking up whatever's left, and they're like, well, I'll get this gun and I'll keep fighting because our men are dead and we have no choice. But at that point, if all the men are gone and you're fighting a battle, that other side's pretty much gone. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Love y'all.